In your car, listen to Newswatch 16 on WKRZ AM 1340.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Hart, pilot Jack Rulin in Skycam 16, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark, and Joe Zone on sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. Be prepared for another shock from the power company. Pennsylvania Power and Light wants to raise its rates again this summer. The utility told its shareholders today that it'll ask the state for a $315 million rate hike to help pay for the Unit 2 reactor at the nuclear power plant near Berwick. If the state okays that hike, those of you who get your power from PP&L would have to pay about 20% more. The average electric bill would go up by about $7 a month. It was just last August when PP&L was granted a 17% rate hike. As you may guess, a lot of PP&L customers aren't very happy with the plans for another rate hike. And as Newswatch 16's Marisa Burke reports, there's one group of customers that would be especially hit hard by another hike in electric rails.
That's okay. In the near future, Elsie Zimmer may hold back on turning on that extra light. Elsie, who will be 75 years old this Saturday, will probably suffer most if PP&L is granted their hefty rate increase. She falls in the category of those on fixed incomes.
Well, I don't feel too good about it because when you're on a fixed income, you just have to cut somewhere else to, you know, pay your bill, and it's something that you have to have electricity.
In the 58 years that Elsie has been living in this house, she's had to adjust to the increased cost of living, and with each rate increase, it just means doing with a little bit less.
You can't really have your television on and have your lights on the way you used to when things were different. But every time you get your bill, they want more raise.
Although PP&L officials encourage those with low or fixed incomes to look into budget alternatives, there probably won't be discounts for those in need.
At this point, we have no plans of designing rates to meet the needs of an individual customer.
If they did pass this, how would you cope with another rate increase?
Well, they've got us. What are we going to do? You sincerely can't do without it. So you cut your corner somewhere else.
Marisa Burke, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
But for some customers of the Pennsylvania Gas and Water Company, it's a different story tonight. Their water bills may be going down. PG&W announced at a news conference today that it'll ask the state for the okay to cut its water rates by about 12%. The decrease would only affect those customers who've been boiling their drinking water because of the giardiasis outbreak in our area. But as Newswatch 16's Bob Reynolds reports, some people feel PG&W's action is too little, too late.
Serving drinks is just a small part of Bernie Folia's job. He owns a bar and restaurant in Exeter and says the giardiasis problem has just made it harder to make ends meet. Folia doesn't think much of PG&W's rate cut. He believes the utility shouldn't charge anyone anything for contaminated water.
If I don't do my job, I don't get paid. I feel that they haven't done their job being getting us clean, safe drinking water. And as I said, they don't do their job, they shouldn't get paid.
Folia points to his $2,200 ice machine, which sat idle, the $200 higher gas bills for boiling the water, and a 10 to 15% loss of business, all due to the giardiasis crisis. What does PG&W say?
In our judgment, to the vast majority of those customers, this more than recompenses them for any waters that they were not able to drink.
Businessman Bernie Folia and others are suing PG&W for several $1 billion. Even though PG&W is for the rate reduction, the suit continues.
I think it's a step in the right direction, and I commend him for it. However, it doesn't go far enough.
PG&W customers may have something hanging over their heads, too. The utility tells me there's nothing to stop it from trying to charge its customers for the multi-million-dollar projects it's going to take to keep their reservoirs giardia-free. Bob Reynolds, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County.
Next on Newswatch 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with roll-up-your-sleeve weather. Right, Tom?
You got it. I'm about to make 160,000 people very happy. The return of spring when we come back.
WNEP Spring Fair is back, and it's bigger and better than ever. Make plans now to join us April 27th, 28th, and 29th at the 109th Armory in Kingston. You'll get great bargains on cars, pools, lawn care, hair care, jeans, furniture, sportswear, and much, much more. There'll be great entertainment, all kinds of food. Plus, you can meet your favorite ABC stars. Bring the whole family to WNEP's Spring Fair. Don't miss it.
If you like to travel to Florida, you'll soon have a new way to get there. Northeastern International Airways will be offering flights from Allentown to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for about $100 each way. The flights will go nonstop to Orlando, then on to Fort Lauderdale, and Northeastern Airways expects to start those flights in July. But who needs Florida when you have Tom Clark's forecast for tomorrow, right, Tom?
You don't have to go to Florida to enjoy 70-degree temperatures the next few days. There's no doubt about it. Just want to say hi to Cub Scouts from Den 8, Pack 33, watching tonight from Mountaintop. Let's begin with the temperature under a gray, cloudy sky. The reading is at 51. Humidity is 80%, quite high still. The wind northwest at 13, and the barometer is rising from 29.79. Range and temperature 52 for the high today, 44, that low last night in the rain. Normals 62 and 41. Look how cold it got on this date back in 1919, 23 degrees. But it was plenty hot back in 1915. Still lots of puddles across northeastern Pennsylvania. Now, I want to begin with a little bit of acid rain data. Here's the pH scale here. A pH of 7 would be distilled water, okay? And rainfall anywhere from 7 down to about 5.6 would be unpolluted rain. But anything less than 5.6 on the pH scale would be considered hard rain or acidic. Vinegar has a pH level of about 3.1. But now last night's rainfall was 3.87. That was the pH. That is highly acidic. And that was courtesy of, well, the measurement was made down in Wilkes College, but it came to me at the Weather Center courtesy of Northeastern Pennsylvania's Environmental Council, located in Scranton. And we will be following the acid levels of rainfall here on Newswatch 16 over the coming months. A lot of acid rain. Now take a look at this here. Still clouds over Pennsylvania. The earthquake in Lancaster County Sunday night was a 4. The one in San Francisco was a 6, making it 100 times stronger. An earthquake of 7 would be 1,000 times stronger. Just wanted to get that straight. Now, take a look. 70s in Ohio this afternoon. Paducah, Kentucky, 85. That air is oozing its way towards Pennsylvania. Get set, it's going to arrive tomorrow. Now, here's the forecast for tonight. Bye-bye clouds. They're going to clear out by morning. You won't see them when you get up. 38 in Towanda, 39 in Manuka, section of Scranton, about 38 in Roarsburg, 40 in Ashland, Mill Hall, about 38 the low tonight. Now, tomorrow, hello, spring. Abundance of sunshine, a beautiful day, a light breeze, near 70 in Tunkhannock. In the mountains around Gouldsboro, about 66, but they'll like it. 70 in Bangor, near 70 in Trevorton, 71 the high tomorrow in Montgomery. Delightful. A northwest wind, very light in the afternoon. The Health Watch, well, if you're working behind a desk and have a thermometer in view outside, your ability to concentrate may only be about average. Otherwise, things look very good. Sunrise and sunset coming up. There we go, 5:07 and 6:56. The clearing trend begins tonight. Beautiful tomorrow. 75 on Friday. Terrific. Lots of sunshine. And Saturday, WNEP's Spring Fair at the Kingston Armory. Come on out. You won't even need a jacket. I think it's going to be close to 80 on Saturday. Sunday is Walk America Day for the March of Dimes. The big walkathon begins in Scranton at 9:15 in the morning. A thunder shower possible late in the day, but things are looking good. That'll be the warmest since October 28th if it gets to 70 tomorrow.
That's all good news. Thanks, Tom. Coming up, Tim Karlson in for Joe Zone with highlights of today's baseball games, plus the story of some local athletes hoping to get caught up in the draft. Sports when we come back.
Meet Ryan's Hope's Jillian Coleridge at WNEP Spring Fair.
Tim Karlson, why are you here?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
Funny you should ask. I am here for Joe Zone as he is being honored tonight with the Media Award for Outstanding Service covering high school sports. It's given by the PIAA District 2 folks from Lackawanna County at a dinner in Pittston. And if anybody around here deserves that award, I can say from working with Joe, he does, and it's great and about time. All right, now the scores from baseball this afternoon. The Mets over Montreal, 2-1 and 11. St. Louis over Chicago, 7-5. Cleveland beats Chicago 9-2. The NFL College Player Draft is coming up Tuesday. Again, some local interest as 3 young men from our area have a shot at being selected. Between now and draft day, we're going to take a look at those 3 and how they've come this close to being pros. Tonight, Harry Hamilton from Nanticoke High School. Walking the campus of Penn State, Harry Hamilton looks back over how his football career has progressed to the brink of pro football. As with many high school football players, Hamilton's time at Nanticoke was spent getting a view from both sides of the line. He played both running and defensive backs and attributes his success to the right attitude.
Try to be the best at it, work to be the best at it. You know, practice makes perfect kind of thing, but perfect practice makes perfect. So you strive to be the best each and every time you go out.
After excelling on both offense and defense at Nanticoke High School, Harry came here to Beaver Stadium to play for Penn State and specialize on the defense as a hero back.
The hero back, it's a strong safety outside linebacker kind of position, and you have equal amount of responsibility whether it's a running play or a passing play, so it's intricate, but it's enjoyable.
Hamilton knows a pro career will mean even more specialization. He's hoping his past accomplishments will convince an NFL team to give him a chance to go that extra step.
I think I'm as good, if not better, than any safety in the country, and I mean that sincerely, and I believe that in myself. So we'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell, moreover, whether or not others feel the same.
Draft day will bring decision time for Harry Hamilton, the pursuit of a pro football career in the NFL, the possibility of the USFL or Canadian Football League, or ending his playing days in college and moving on to another dream of becoming a lawyer. For now, it's wait and see. The people on the move, a couple of kids from high school basketball teams, Jeff Stieber of Northwest and John Pammer of Allentown Central Catholic, will join Wilkes College and Bart Belair's. That is 4 kids from high school teams that have won state championships that will be playing at Wilkes next year. It's going to be a good basketball team.
We'll be following it,
Okay.
right? Thanks,
See you
Tim.
later.
Newswatch 16 continues with a rainy day visit to a powerful place. We'll go with our Wednesday's Child when we come back.
Meet General Hospital's Bobby Spencer this weekend.
Finally tonight, we find a great place to take our little brother on a rainy day in Scranton. Meet our Wednesday's Child, Ricky.
And this engine right here actually worked. It's a real steam engine, see? With the steam...
He said he's been here before, but it was a long time ago. 7-year-old Ricky came here to the Anthracite Museum when he was only 4, 3 long years ago. Some of the exhibits he did remember.
Well, what do they call this right here? What is this? You know? Oil refinery. It's an oil refinery.
It's red and orange and brown.
And the orange are for instrumentation. So all those orange pipes have instruments running through them.
Where is the brown?
I asked Ricky what he liked best about our museum visit.
That one pipe place. That one pipe building with the stuff. And that train.
Oh, do you like the model train?
That carries the stone.
With many boys Ricky's age just waiting for a big brother to take them to different places, I asked Ricky what he would like to do if and when he gets a big brother.
Go out for dinner, play video games, and go look at nice things like at here. Probably 3 people can fit in because there's...
If you have some regular time to devote to a young boy who needs friendship and the guidance of an older man, call Big Brothers. They're in the phone book in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Hazleton.
They don't got nobody to play with.
That's Newswatch 16 for tonight. Be sure to join us on the update. Karen Hartz will be here to tell us about today's water quality hearings. Good night.